All right, guys. So our next topic here, it kind of keeps us in the DC multiversal kind of world here. Because speaking of that Flash movie, been a lot of set photos leaking that have shown my favorite Batman anyway. The Batfleck Batman has reappeared on the streets of Glasgow. I think is where they're filming, or I think it was Glasgow. I don't remember, but we've gotten our first look at the at the Batfleck here, and he's rocking a new suit. It's kind of a mix of the tactical suit, the big beefy boy, and then the regular one. So it's like the regular one with a little bit more armor on it in a lot of ways. Looks kind of jank on the actual set photos, but I do like this kind of like concept art piece that somebody like drew up. I don't believe this is official concept art. This is something that an artist made based on the set photos. I don't know how I feel about the suit yet overall, to be honest with you. I really need to see a full production piece. I'm actually surprised that they haven't gone out of their way because of how much stuff is actually leaked with this, that they haven't came out and just released an official concept art look or something, kinda like they did with Shazam. I don't know. I think it's weird. But, John, what do you think about this overall look? The look of the suit and the bat cycle looks pretty cool, in my opinion. You think this looks good? I think this rendition of it looks better than how it looks on set, but what are you thinking?
Sure. I mean, anytime you get these leaked photos, it's always like take it with a grain of salt. Like, how much is it actually gonna look like it come actual movie time? Because these they only so much. Obviously with this they're gonna CGI in the cape at a later date, unless we're going with the capeless Batman, which I kind of doubt.
Yeah,
Um,
there's no way.
so you're gonna get CG, enhancements to the suit and um to the actor, the cape. Sorry, I got distracted by that video there. Is that where the cameraman got hurt?
Yeah,
We had talked
I'm not
off
sure if
camera
this is,
about.
that clip or not, but yeah, there was, someone got stuck under the bat cycle, and they had to take him to the hospital. I
Yeah.
don't see a person underneath that one, so I don't know. Very
Okay.
odd, though, because everyone is gathering around, like,
Oh
very
yeah.
strange.
Concerned.
Yeah.
The other the thing that struck me about this, and I know a lot of people are like, oh, we get a look at the bat. I'm gonna call it the Bat Bike for now, and we get a look at the new Batman suit. And like, all that's interesting to me, but again, without it being final production, like I don't. The thing that really struck me about odd, or the oddest thing about all this is all taking place in broad daylight. Batman is not a character
Yeah.
that you typically think of as a daytime. He's a nighttime character. He does his work after the sun goes down. And so this isn't even like dusk. This is broad daylight that they're filming all this. So I'm really curious how story-wise this will fit in, why this Batman is so active during the daytime.
Yeah, I know. I noticed that very same thing. There hasn't been a single leaked set photo or anything of this of Batman at night. Which is very
Yeah.
like I guess they could go in and just make it look darker, but I don't
Seems like a
know.
lot of work to do for something
Yeah,
that you can also just film a few hours later and
exactly.
have it just be dark.
There isn't I guess one thing to note, I did see a video, like my guess here is that I don't know. There might be some things on the contrary. Like, here's like a police car. Does this say Gotham or does this say Central City? It says Gotham. This is Gotham. Okay, because the one thing that I saw, there was a video of the Bat Cycle going down the street, but all of the people on the side of the street were walking in slow mo. So, like, they were shooting a flash scene. Like a CG flash was running by Batman during this scene because the Bat Cycle all of a sudden slowed down its approach, and then all the bystanders were like they were going in slow mo. So I was like, oh, okay, so there's a flash scene happening here.
Interesting,
So then
yeah.
I thought, okay, maybe he's in Central City. Then that's why it's daytime. I don't know, but the cars are Gotham police, so like obviously Flash is here for some reason. So I'm it's interesting. Because I don't know if I would have expected. I mean, I know Batman's in the movie, but I don't know if I really would have. I guess you can't have Batman without having Gotham. Gotham's just as much of a character in Batman as Batman is in all reality. So
Well, and and
yeah,
and you know, if you know the Flashpoint story, you know that Barry goes to Gotham to
Mhm.
find to find Bruce specifically. So yeah, I was pretty confident that Gotham would be, but the more and more we see and hear about this film, I'm kind of surprised at this point it hasn't been rebranded like World's Finest or something like that they haven't rebranded it with the Batman somewhere in the title, because it appears that this movie is almost just as much a Batman movie as it is a Batman movie,
Yeah,
as much as it is a
Batmen,
Flash movie.
absolutely.
Yeah.
No, I'm right there with you. I mean, hell, I'm surprised it's not being called a Justice League movie. I mean, to be fair, I will give them this. Flashpoint is called Flashpoint.
Sure.
And everybody's in Flashpoint. Like,
Mhm.
literally everybody. So, I'll give them that much, but the movie's not even called Flashpoint. We still don't even have an actual title of the damn movie. It was originally gonna be
Flash
called Flashpoint, but
And Flashpoint is it's a classic comic book title at this point, but it's really only been around for about a decade as far as the comics go,
yeah.
and it's not like it's, this I think it's a classic. I mean, it's kind of a classic just because of what it did. It's maybe a notorious, maybe classic isn't the right word, it's notorious, but, that's funny. Um, and that's not actually Ben Affleck isn't actually on set, correct? This is all
He has
stuntmen
not
on
b
this?
he has not been seen on set. Funnily enough, though, people were making, like, a story out of this. I think it's more of a nice anecdotal note more so than a fucking story, but that's the same stunt guy that played Robert Pattinson's Batman. So, like,
Oh, really?
this dude's got, like, a really cool gig right now. He's
He's the
Batman
Batman stunt guy.
twice. Yeah, like,
Nice.
that's a cool gig. Because there's this guy, who comes on Corridor Crew quite often, for the Stuntmen React. His name's Guy, if I'm remembering correctly, but he plays like Black Panther and all the Black Panther movies. He's the Black Panther stunt double. He does other stuff too, but like that'd be a cool gig too. It's just like that's me right there.
Yeah.
Like I'm
Yep.
fucking Black Panther. I don't care what Chadwick says. I'm Black Panther in that scene. Like that would be a really cool thing. It'd be like I'm Batman. Like when you see that bike, that's me.
Yeah.
That's not Ben Affleck. Like that'd be cool. And the weird thing is though too, like I know we're like obviously gonna get some news and probably like a quick cobbled together trailer come Fandom, but I'm really curious as to what the hell they're doing with this movie because it's obviously not the traditional Flashpoint. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We got the Michael Keaton Batman coming back for this thing. It did look
Yeah.
like in the stuff in our the previous, like, leak video we did of this stuff, it did look like they were going just to the concept art, no confirmation by any means, but it did look like they were going the same route with a, like, withered captive Superman. It did look like they
Mhm.
had that whole thing going in there. Another fun note, on that video, there was the concept art of literally all those babies falling from the sky, and the Flash was trying to catch them. The working title for this movie is Baby Shower, so that concept art did make sense to me now. I still don't get how that fucking comes into play in the movie, because that's kind of a fucked up scene if that's actually in the movie. Like, what supervillain is out there literally chucking babies from the fucking sky? Like
Yeah.
you thought Thanos was dark, dude, like, he had a purpose. Throwing babies off buildings ain't a fucking purpose, dude, like, that's messed up, like,
Yeah.
so, I don't know, as every day goes on here and we're getting this new stuff from here, seeing Ben Affleck's Batman back, that makes me happy, but I just get more and more curious about what the hell's going on here. We got Supergirl,
This
Michael Keaton Batman, Wonder Woman, like, other just I don't know what the hell's going on, like
I it's so weird. Like, I am super hyped to see, and maybe this is intentional on these movies. Maybe the production, the marketing, or the what am I trying to say? The messaging coming out of the these movies is done purposefully. But this and Spider-Man No Way Home, these two movies have me more intrigued by what the F is
yeah.
going on in them than any other movies. Like, I am super hyped. Black Adam is going to be amazing. I can't wait to see Black Adam. The JSA, like that movie, but I'm not like chomping at the bit just to find out what the heck how they're going to make all these disparate like it seems like a pretty straightforward like oh JSA sure that works with Black Adam. Yeah, there's going to be some period piece stuff that happens. Like I'm curious to know what how the story plays out. But I'm not like these things just have me like staying up late at night trying to like what's the meme of the guy and he's working from Always Sunny in Philadelphia where he's
Yeah, yeah,
working
yeah, the
everything out.
Charlie Day
Yeah,
meme, yeah.
like Charlie Day. Yeah, I mean it's these two movies have me up at night doing that. Like how what are they doing with this stuff? And fortunately, we only have a few months till we get No Way Home. Unfortunately, we've got what still another year before we get anywhere close to Flashpoint.
Hopefully, we learn more at Fandom, though. Like,
Hopefully.
hopefully. Like, I'm willing to bet that we get like, I've said this before, but Matt Reeves was able to throw together that awesome Batman trailer with 25% of the movie shot. They've shot quite a bit of this movie at this point. I never thought this movie would get fucking made after the roller coaster ride that it's gone through, but it's filming now. And they filmed quite a bit of it to the point where we know Michael Keaton has shot scenes. We know Ben Affleck is, I don't know if he's actually shot scenes, but his Batman is shooting scenes right now. There was just a video of Ezra Miller in a CGI suit, the mocap suit on the set. So we know like Flash himself is doing practical scenes now. We know Ezra has been shooting in general, but it was the first time we saw him in the actual like suit. So I'm sure there's
Mhm.
been other scenes like on the set and like on an actual closed set. So I'm sure they have stuff with Flash, obviously, but we know it's there. You know what I mean? We know it's
Well,
here. I'm expecting something cool at fandom for this thing.
yeah, and like you mentioned, I personally I'm kind of my expectation is that we get new trailers for every DC film that's coming out next year
Hmm.
at Fandom. And here's why, because like you said, they were able to cobble together an entire trailer for the Batman film with only a fraction of the movie having been shot. And not only were they able to get a trailer out, they were able to get a trailer out that was received overwhelmingly positive
Yeah.
across the board. Like everybody left fandom going, "Oh my god, did you see that trailer? That was amazing." If they can capture that again with what they have going on with these films, I think we're in for a pretty exciting day of weekend of however long they do it.
Yeah.
It come October.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, yeah, I think they have everything. I mean, they're shooting Shazam, and we've seen all the suits, so like
Yep.
they're heavily shooting that shit. The Rock announced like I think it was this month or last
Production
month
wrap.
that they finished it. Um,
Yep.
they've been filming this for 2 or so months now, so they're definitely almost done with, principal photography at this point. Batman is done, so we're definitely getting a new Batman trailer. So that's 4, and then the
Super
DC
Pets
Super
is
Pets.
animated.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so, like, they would
Animated, so you would think they'd have something.
yeah, they 100 we had I would we're gonna get 5 trailers, like, I can
I
almost
would hope
guarantee
so. My
that.
my only concern is that do they wanna blow their whole load in one go? Like,
It's
do they want
fandom, though. That's the time to
that's
do it.
true. I mean, they own
Like,
they own that news cycle for that entire weekend, maybe that
yeah.
entire week after that, so,
Mhm.
yeah.
I could totally see I could maybe see it not being as big as that Batman trailer because I guess you gotta remember, they didn't have anything for the first fandom because it kinda just happened. So,
Yeah.
they were luckily able to get that Batman trailer out, and they capped the night off with it, but that was really all they had. This one, they've had it planned, and
Yeah.
they have had all these films in production for quite some time now, so, like, I wouldn't doubt at all that, like, they have worked into all the productions of these 5 productions that we're having fandom, so we need something done for that. So all of like, all the crews for all the stuff have been probably explicitly they made their shooting schedule around the fact that they wanted to get X, Y, and Z scenes shot so that it could be getting worked on for this, like, first trailer to be ready by
Mhm.
fandom, would be my guess. They probably didn't have to worry about that too much with, like, Black Adam because they would have known it would have wrapped. So, like, they would definitely have enough footage for that. But I would be willing to bet knowing well, I don't know, we are talking about Warner Brothers and DC, haven't been the best at planning, so I would've planned for this shit in advance, but
Yeah.
who knows with them? Like, I'm mainly working under the assumption that if they could get that Batman trailer out last year under those circumstances, they should definitely be able to get these trailers out, would be my
Yeah.
guess. I don't really expect full, like, 2.5 minute, like, real trailers, but 1 minute, like, kinda sizzle reel
These are
even trailer or something. Do a full reveal of Ben's suit for the Flash, a full reveal of Ezra's suit, maybe a full reveal of Keaton's suit, that kinda thing, like, because I mean, that stuff's kind of enough. Same with Black Adam, show, like, something tangible, something real, you know?
the final shot of the Flash trailer has to be Michael Keaton saying, "I'm Batman," right? Like like
It
like
could be.
like Ezra's Flash turns around and sees him standing there and has this confused look on his face because he's only ever encountered Ben Affleck's Batman, and he just says, "Who are you?" And just Keaton's response has to be, "I'm Batman." Like it has to be it, right? I just got freaking chills.
Maybe. It could.
Come on, Warner
The
Bros. That's
the
gotta be it.
do you think we're gonna see both Batmen talk to each other? You think they're gonna cross streams at all, or do you think it's gonna be explicitly like
Barry
yeah,
jumping
Barry
through.
goes, yeah. He's like, I think
Yeah,
you
I am.
it's kind of a
It'd be
hard
a cool
thing
touch.
it'd be a hard thing to resist. There's never been 2 Batmen on screen together. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that would be like that'd be really cool, and especially if they're not going the whole Thomas Wayne Batman approach, which I mean, no, it's been confirmed he's playing, his '89 Batman, so
Mhm.
they're definitely not saying that he's Thomas Wayne. Because I thought that would be a kind of a cool thing too, is, like, bring him back, let him play Thomas Wayne, like, why not? Like,
Sure.
but they're not doing that. So I don't know, I think it'd be cool. Do you think too I saw someone, suggest this that, like, 'cause Flashpoint ends with Bruce, like, the real Bruce, so in this case would be Ben Affleck's Batman, getting the letter written to him from Thomas Wayne. Do you think they're
Yeah.
gonna kinda do the same thing, but with the older Bruce writing him a note? You know what I mean? Or you think
I mean, it's
like
possible.
'cause if you're doing Flashpoint,
Yeah.
I feel like they're gonna like, they seem to have like I said, it seems like
It
they
doesn't
have a lot of the same beats, but it's very different.
yeah, it
Like,
doesn't it do like, it
won't have
would
the same
be an
effect.
interesting scene. It just doesn't have that emotional impact
It really
of
doesn't.
your dead father speaking to you from the grave. I don't know.
Yeah, it packs a wall up when you actually go through the whole thing. It's a good scene.
Sure, sure. This is completely spur of the moment. Like, I just looking at this. Hot Toys has their Batman Beyond figure that's a much more armored up Batman figure. This cycle that they're showing here is a little futuristic. It's not, it's not a grounded in this reality at least cycle. The stuntman, it doesn't have a cape attached to him. There's CGI effects that they could add later on to put a red bat. Do you think there's any chance in hell that this is a Batman Beyond shot?
No, I don't.
Okay.
Only because the set photo, there was a clear shot of that exact logo, like, painted on that shot. Like, this is, like,
Okay.
that suit
Okay.
with the big Ben Affleck bat symbol. They could
And
always
the and
fix
that
it,
that
but
is the Affleck cowl there. That's
and
clearly the
yeah, it is
Affleck bat cowl.
100% the
Okay, you're right.
Justice League cowl. That would be
Sorry, I
cool,
just for
though.
a second
I
was
would
like,
like that.
"Well, wait a minute,
Yeah.
maybe."
I was right, they were in
Yeah.
Glasgow, I wasn't crazy, but no, speaking of which, though, when you consider this to be futuristic, let me see if I can find this real quick, because what this is actually very reminiscent to what, um, Zack Snyder actually had the Batcycle in one of his original drafts of Justice League,
Mhm.
and Zack Snyder Batcycle, and it did not have wheels and looked exactly like this thing. So it looks like they have taken the same general design of the Zack Snyder one and kinda modified it, made it a little bit more grounded in reality here. Because if
Oh,
you
really?
look here, this is not a super high res picture of it, but this was the CG render of what Ben Affleck's Batcycle was for Zack Snyder. It was like a
Okay.
little hover car. So he would get on it like with this vertical thing, jump on it, then it'd go like that. And like they
Mhm.
had like there were some like full renders here of it. So like it has a very similar look to this bat cycle that he's
Sure.
actually using. It just has wheels on it, and they just, like, kind of
Sure.
extended it out. I think this was fucking goofy, so I'm really glad this didn't make it in there. It would've been cool if it was, like, something kinda like how the bat pod just ejected out of the tumbler. If this was, like, an escape pod kind of thing, and it's just like, I have it just in case I need it, then cool. But I
Yeah.
would not wanna see him just like, "This is what I use." Like, it's kinda fucking
Yeah.
weird. It's
Yeah.
and it's very much not grounded in reality. It's, like, at all.
Sure.
Because like, if you have this tech, how come you still drive the Batmobile, dude? Like, what are you talking about? Like, just drive make something cooler than this and have this big fucking cool car or something. I did think it
Yeah.
was really cool that at the end of, side note, I guess, at the end of, Zack Snyder's Justice League, they had the Frank Miller fucking bat tank at the end. I
Yeah.
thought that was
That
fucking
was
cool.
cool.
That was really cool. But nevertheless, the question is, guys, what do you think about these leaked photos here coming out from The Flash? I'm very excited to see Batfleck return, so I hope we get some more information on kind of what the hell's going on with this movie in some degree at Fandom. But speaking of Fandom, do you think we're going to get trailers for all 5 of these projects? I'm leaning towards yes, but whatever you guys think, let us know down in the comment section below.